Yeah. Man.
Keep trying not to yell or cuss at me or cuss me out.
Yeah, just pick. Damn. Let's go. Let's go. Hmm.
All right, now we starting the MGN round 2, 3 today. We'll start it off. The Oakland Raiders get the first pick. Wonder who they gonna take. It's a lot of places they have to um, really address.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
Second round, we got the Vikings on the clock. They got Devarius Love, Tennessee, halfback. It's a big boy. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a big boy.
Definitely a bowling ball.
I can't wait to see him out there. I'm excited for this season. First, they take a athlete and a tremendous defensive player and Watts. Now they got Love
The Texans
at a
are now
position
on
where
the
he
clock.
most likely will start this year. Delton Boharnas. Boharnas. Hope I didn't butcher that, but from Central Michigan, his cornerback. He's decent. I don't see him being a game changer, but he's decent. Now we got the Houston Texans. Wonder where they're going to go. Are they going to adjust to another defensive position, or are they going to go back to the offensive
The
line and try to keep it?
49ers are now on the clock.
Oh my God, they went and got a receiver, Darren Chambers from Texas A&M, and Darren Chambers had a good year last year. Um, Not sure if he was 100% healthy the whole year, but he looks great right now. Can't wait to see him in OTAs. See what he looks like in preseason. That's when I'm most excited for the rookies. We get to see him in preseason. We got a couple people that we'd like to keep an eye on in preseason. See if they play with the backups or they play with the first team. A lot of young rookies that really have a lot of teams like we can use him now will end up playing a lot with the first team. I just asked you not to do that. You're talking. I told you, babe. On what day, babe? Don't believe so. Sorry about that. Had a technical error issue. So who you see the 49ers picking up right here?
I could use some couple wide receivers, couple
The
of
Panthers are now on the clock.
guys getting older. Got some speed, but Persona's at the end of his run.
Craig Omome, halfback, Auburn. San Francisco going for a back right there. They're trying to take a little pressure off of Jimmy Grop. I can see that. But also you can't limit George Kittle. I mean, phenomenal athlete.
Gotta get him the ball.
You gotta get him the ball. You have to put the ball in Kittle's hands. He makes you. I mean, he literally makes you. It's like, oh, we're gonna go 2 plays in a row to Kittle, and then the third play you want to go somewhere else, but Kittle's wide open. Or if he's not wide open, he's in a position where he can make a play on the ball. Best part about George Kittle is his resiliency.
Maybe what you would call a younger Jason Witten. Maybe faster.
Younger, faster Jason Witten. Yeah, I like to compare him more to, like, honestly, like guys like Shannon Sharp. Guys like
Shannon Sharp.
Tony Gonzalez. Yes. Tony Gonzalez was a bigger receiver, a bigger tight end, but he still was more of a receiver. I can't wait. 6 seconds on the clock. Carolina Panthers. Are they gonna? They already took a quarterback. Was that a shot? Are they gonna take a lineman now?
They got a halfback.
Eric Austin out of Lafayette. I'm not sure about that pick. It seems like a reach to me. Seems like a big reach to me. But I have been wrong in the past before. Like I said, I was wrong about Jair Alexander. But I was right about Josh Jones. Now, will Josh Jones develop? I give him 2 more years. If he doesn't develop in 2 more years, I'm going to stand by what I said when they took him. What were you doing? We got the Jets on the clock. The Jets look promising this year. They just got to make the right moves. Oh, Sammy D. This draft here is a significant one for the upcoming season. We see a lot of movement in the draft this year. See the Eagles here with 2 second-round picks. There was one other team that had 2 second-round picks yesterday.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
And they take up a middle linebacker.
And they go with Philip Balog. Hope I didn't butcher that, from Penn State. They had a great core of linebackers last season. They placed top 15 in defense in the nation. And led by that guy mostly. He was a come downhill, hit you in your mouth type of football player. Old school, reminds you a lot of Dick LeBeau, Brian Urlacher. Give you a feel of Mike Singletary. A lot of people said he wasn't fast enough. A lot of people said maybe didn't have the athletic ability they were looking for, but a lot of people said a lot of things, and a lot of people have been wrong. So now we're just waiting for this young man, Philip, to prove himself. We got the Redskins on the clock. Some areas they need to fill to be successful in their tenure. And with the seventh pick in the second round, they take wide receiver out of Memphis, Henry Thornton. Now this is a guy who a lot of people didn't expect to go off the board this early, but I'm telling you right now, he's a game changer. If he's used the right way, this kid is a game changer. Hands down, flat out. I've seen this kid make some incredible catches, and not just a few here and there. He's made them through his whole collegiate career, high school. I've watched him play high school ball. It's gonna be amazing to see what's going down in this round today. I just feel a lot of drama getting ready to happen. We got 2 back-to-back picks for the Philadelphia Eagles. What are they looking to obtain? Never know. In the city of brotherly love, it's a tough city to be in, especially as a rookie. If you don't make a good impression, they don't give you second chances there.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
Yes, Mom. Oh, I just want to both of y'all. I just want to both of y'all.
really on the ante. From Harvard, now that one right there, I'm shocked by that one, I'm not gonna lie. You don't really get to see Harvard play in prime time. You don't really get to say, a lot of people don't know about this kid. Now, I will say I have seen this kid play maybe once. Didn't really stand out to me, but I know he had a high motor. He was determined. He made some catches that, you're like, okay, you nod your head, but didn't really see a lot out of him. Maybe it was just an overall bad effort by the whole team that day because they looked a little sluggish that day. They ended up losing by 14 that day to, I believe it was Rutgers. Oh, and they come back with a right end from Ole Miss, B.J. Jordan. Now that kid's a monster. Fast. He delivers a punch.
The Jaguars are
They
now
say
on the
is
clock.
like similar to Jason Taylor. Matched up with the strength of Michael Strahan, man. And now I'll let you figure the rest out on that. Will Barker, linebacker, Missouri. Now, Mizzou's known for producing edge rushers and linebackers and a little bit of receivers. They did have a couple quarterbacks come out. None too promising, but they do produce really good interior and exterior linebackers and linemen. It's just an eventful day for these young men. As you see the look on their faces as they go across the podium and their name is called and they share those moments with their family. You just gotta kind of imagine the gratitude and the enjoyment, the satisfaction that I did it. A couple years ago, we had a a guy come off the board and he just went crazy and everybody just thought he was insane. But honestly, can you blame me? He's making moves in the league now. Tack McKinley.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
And the Jacksonville Jaguars have selected a left tackle from Nebraska, Howard Fenderson. The young man had a real tough schedule last year. They play in the Big Ten, and they're not really at the top of the Big Ten a lot since they moved over. He had a real interesting year last year. Battled some injuries, but he played through them. He stayed stout on the offensive line. I honestly have to say him and one other guy on that offensive line made a big difference all season. So that's a good pickup by the Jags. Now they just got to be willing to train him and get him prepared for Sundays because he's used to playing on Saturdays. Got the Chiefs on the clock. Do they have a lot of money moves? What moves are they going to make? Where do they need to address? I'm definitely expecting them to address defense. I'm definitely expecting them to address defense just because the Chiefs' downfall for the longest since I can remember has been their defense. They've brought good quarterbacks
The
in.
Lions are now on the clock.
They've brought, and look at that, Messiah Logan from Ole Miss. And when I tell you this kid is a go-getter, he will go get the ball. Ball hawk. He has above average vert. His reaction time is, I like to call him a snapping turtle, because you ever pick up a turtle out the creek and you tried to pet it and it snap at you, and you never knew that it even hit you because you wasn't expecting it to. That's him. He's just wide receiver down the sideline, wide open. Guess what? Pick six. This kid's he's attracted to the ball. And he knows how to make people miss an open field. So I do expect to see him in the return game. Lightly, not too much, but just lightly. Starting off in his career. You know, a lot of great corners played in the return game. Charles Woodson, Deion Sanders. Champ Bailey. Patrick Peterson. We just want to see what these young men
Can't
gonna
forget to
do.
mention the Bunny Badger.
The
He
Honey
played corner at
Badger.
LSU.
He did play corner. Yeah, you're right. You're right. He only recently transferred over in the NFL. The Honey Badger was a very great corner and return specialist. I wonder if he still has that in his life, in his repertoire. No, I don't doubt it.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
And the Lions pick Brandon Guyan.
Guyan.
Brandon Guyan. I'm not sure. I'm butchering these names. Middle linebacker out of Georgia Southern. I don't know much about Georgia Southern, but I know about this kid. He stood out. Even at the Senior Bowl, he stood out amongst the Pac-10, amongst the SEC, the Big Ten, the ACC. He stood out. And I couldn't tell you for the love of me. I think they play in the SWAC conference. And, you know, nothing against those kids in that conference, but we used to call that the Super WAC conference. But there's been superstars that have coming out them conferences, so joke's on us at the end of the day. I barely made it past college. I've been waiting for this draft all day. I've been so excited. Can't wait to actually see how the second and third round goes. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know when it's gonna happen. Who's gonna go off the board? We've been waiting for people to get called all night that we thought should have been called. I've been wondering when Jordan Martinez is gonna go off the board. He's a speedy receiver. But also trying to figure out when Paul Wilds was gonna go off the board. He's a run stopper from Penn.
The Titans are now on the clock.
And the Dolphins take a right guard, Sean Pratt. Sean Pratt from UAB. That is a small school, but it's not that small. Still D1. Still D1. You know, but they don't play.
Just I got the legs back under him. Yeah. Had to miss a year or two. Scheduled for ball.
And then they play tough down there. They played tough down south. It's not like football down south isn't like football up north, but football up north isn't like football down south. It's a difference. You go down south, you find all that speed. You go up north, we kill all that speed with the cold. The cold will kill that speed. A lot of cats don't play in that cold weather throughout their lives. Up in the Midwest, the northern United States, it snows up there. We play in the snow. Only thing we don't play is in thunderstorms. Rain, sunshine, or snow, sleet, hail, all that. And growing up playing in those conditions, you adapt. You learn tricks that a lot of teammates in Florida ain't gonna know. That's why it's always good to have teammates from all over the place. You always have a different seasoning in your pot. That's a crazy story. When I was
The
younger,
Saints are now on the clock.
we were going off. We were actually going to Virginia, and we got pulled over. Cop asked us where we were going to, and we said we were going to a tryout. Cop didn't believe us. So when looked in the back, he seen our pads and everything, and he's super ecstatic. So now he's like, "Oh, you're almost late. I'm gonna help you get there." And he didn't turn on his lights or nothing, but we followed him the whole way. And when we get there, it's just like people from all over, and the cop was just nothing like us. And it just showed his humanity and the love of football that's all around this world, all around this country. And that's why I love this game. And the Titans with the 15th pick in the second round have selected Danny Pollard from Cal right in. I'm not gonna lie, decent move. Get him in there, learn the system, get him up to speed, and that's the kid that's gonna flourish in a good system. But you have to be good to him, man. You can't baby him, but you have to make sure he gets his touches on the field, because he's got one of those motors that once he gets going, if he starts, you got to get the car warm again. Ten seconds left on the clock. The Saints pick. I'm hoping the Saints pick something to throw their offense up a little bit, push their offense, and they did. Michael Clancy is finally off the board. Michael Clancy from Florida. This is a receiver tight end. He's built like a tight end, but he plays like a receiver. He can box you out. Former basketball player. He played AAU ball with some NBA players now. Tim Hardaway Jr. He's done a lot of good things for his school, and we just can't wait to see him flourish and do his thing. I can't wait for this preseason. This preseason is looking real promising. See these young wide receivers, running backs, linebackers, tight ends. See them run. I like to see the big boys run, but I like to see the big boys hit even more.
The Bengals are now on the clock. The Chiefs.
The Vikings and the Bengals, if I'm not mistaken, they both selected offensive lineman. Gordon Gotchkar, left tackle from Oregon. Now, this kid has good feet, good footwork. You know, if you played in Oregon, it's the team that's fast. And their linemen have good feet because their running backs are very fast. Then we got the Kansas City Chiefs with Ellis Mack. Another tackle off the board. Colorado State. Colorado State. Is it them Rams?
The
Look good
Patriots
in
are
that
now
green
on the
and
clock.
gold. Antoine Guy from Auburn goes to the Cardinals with the 21st pick in the second round. Antoine Guy low-key fell. He low-key fell in draft. I was expecting him to be a late first rounder, early second. He's falling near the end of the round and the second round, and I don't know how good of a look that is for him. Hopefully, it gives him a little added drive and he makes something of it. If you're just joining us, thank you for being patient. It's just me today. Unfortunately, my colleague had priorities he had to handle, so wasn't able to. But I'm gonna try to hold it down for you. I'm gonna try to keep y'all entertained. I'm gonna try to keep y'all involved, and I'm gonna try to keep you in the loop. Whatever you need, we're here. Now we're waiting for the Patriots, the mighty, mighty Patriots. 10 seconds on the clock in the second round. 22nd pick. The New England Patriots will select. I'm thinking they're going to run it back here.
The Buccaneers are now on the
Wide
clock.
receiver. Isaac Jenkins from North Texas. That's really a surprise, but at the same time, it's not. The Patriots and the Packers kind of draft alike
The
to me.
Chargers are now on the clock.
They like to develop. And the Buccaneers take no time in wasting and going to get
The
George
Cowboys are now
Bush,
on the clock.
cornerback. And the Chargers are right up after him with the defensive tackle from Idaho State. Now, Idaho State, you don't hear a lot about them. Some people confuse Idaho State. When you say Idaho State, they say, "Oh, Iowa State." No, no. This is Idaho State. Jamal Walker, defensive tackle. It's a stout kid. He's really strong. Has a good balance. Uses his hands well. Cowboys on the clock in the second round, the 25th pick. Still got a couple steals out there on the board. Bernard Johnson, Joey McPherson, Curtis Davenport, Grant Cohen, Marquise Lunsford, DeMarco Presley,